Sign 1, if you're between 65 and 80 and you can still do these 8 things, you're not just aging well, you're a rare gem. And believe it or not, your chances of living to 100 are higher than you might think. Longevity isn't just about luck or genetics. It's mostly about the small things you do every single day, often without even realizing how important they are. Many people assume that aging automatically means decline, but the truth is, some people keep their strength, flexibility, and mental clarity far beyond what's expected. They move easily, stay engaged with life, and hold on to abilities that many their age have already lost. These people don't just live longer, they live better. In this video, we'll walk through 8 powerful abilities that set you apart. If you can still do these things, you're already on the path to a longer, healthier life. Some may surprise you, but each one is a real signal of healthy aging. Stick with me to the end, because the last one is something most people don't think about, yet it plays a major role in how long and how well you live. Before we begin, if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you don't miss future videos. If you find this video helpful, please type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 to let me know how I can do better next time. Sign 1. You can get up from a chair without using your hands. One of the most reliable signs of longevity isn't how fast you walk or how much you can lift. It's much simpler than that. If you can still get up from a chair without using your hands, it shows your balance, lower body strength, and overall physical control are still in great shape. And more than that, it's one of the clearest indicators of how long you'll be able to live independently. As we age, muscle loss is normal, but how quickly it happens depends on how we use or don't use our bodies. If you're still able to rise from a chair using only your legs, that means your lower body muscles are strong, your core is engaged, and your balance is still working for you. But if you have to push with your arms or lean forward a lot just to stand, it may be a sign that your leg strength is starting to fade. Think about the last time you stood up from a seat. Did it feel smooth and effortless, or did you have to give yourself a little push? A lot of people don't notice they're losing strength until a simple thing like getting up from a low chair becomes a bit of a struggle. Harold, 77, was always an active guy, but one day he realized he had to use his hands to get up from his recliner. At first, he thought it was just part of aging, but after his doctor explained how important leg strength is for avoiding falls, he started doing light exercises to build that strength back. Within a few months, he was getting up with no problem and feeling more confident in his movements overall. Why does this matter so much? Because lower body strength is directly tied to mobility and balance. Weak legs increase your risk of falling, and falls are a major cause of serious injury as we age. If you're still getting up from a chair without using your hands, it means your legs are still strong enough to support you, your balance is solid, and your coordination is on point, all great signs of longevity. And if you're not there right now, don't worry, strength can absolutely be rebuilt at any age. Simple daily movements like bodyweight squats, seated leg lifts, or standing heel raises can help you regain this ability. Consistency is everything. Small efforts each day lead to big results over time. So next time you stand up from a chair, pay attention to how you do it. If you can do it with ease, that's a powerful signal your body's doing better than you may realize. Sign 2. You can walk at a brisk pace without getting winded. One of the most accurate signs of longevity isn't just how far you can walk, it's how fast. If you're between 65 and 80 and you can still walk at a brisk pace without losing your breath, you're in a rare and healthy group. Walking speed is directly linked to lifespan. Studies show that people who maintain a steady walking pace tend to live longer and healthier lives. And this isn't just about fitness, it reflects your heart health, lung capacity, muscle endurance, and overall vitality. If you're walking confidently and maintaining a strong, steady pace, it means your heart is pumping well, your lungs are delivering enough oxygen, and your muscles are working efficiently. Now think about your last walk. Did you move with purpose, or did you feel yourself slowing down more than usual? Did you need to stop and catch your breath after a short distance? A slower walking speed is often one of the first signs of declining health, and many people don't even notice it happening. William, 74, had always been an active man, but recently his walks were taking longer than usual. At first, he thought he was just being careful, but then he noticed something else. He was breathing heavier after going upstairs. That's when he decided to monitor his walking pace. He started timing short walks, trying to maintain a solid speed without running out of breath. Over time, he built up his endurance, regained his confidence, and felt years younger. Walking is more than just a way to get around. It's a reflection of your overall health. A strong, steady pace means your heart is working efficiently, your muscles are engaged, and your balance is holding up. And beyond the physical, walking also helps your brain, supporting memory and lowering the risk of cognitive decline. Want to test yourself? Walk about 10 feet at a normal pace, then quickly increase your speed as if you were trying to catch a closing elevator. If you can do this without getting winded, that's a great sign. If it's hard for you right now, don't worry. You can improve your pace with regular walks, good posture, and gradually increasing your speed. Even small improvements in walking speed can add years to your life. So next time you head out for a walk, notice how you're moving. If you're still walking briskly and with confidence, your body's doing a lot better than most, and that's a strong indicator of a long, healthy life. Sign 3. You can balance on one foot for at least 10 seconds. Balance is one of those things you don't think about until it starts to fade. But being able to balance, even just for a few seconds, is a major indicator of how well your body is aging. If you're between 65 and 80 and can still balance on one foot for at least 10 seconds without wobbling, you're in excellent shape. Research shows that balance is directly tied to longevity. People who maintain it well into their later years tend to live longer and stay healthier, and balance isn't just about preventing falls. It means your nervous system, muscles, and reflexes are still working together in harmony. Standing on one foot activates several systems: your eyes, your inner ear, and your body's sense of position called proprioception. Any of those start to decline. Balance is one of the first abilities to go. Think back to the last time you tried putting on a sock while standing. Were you able to stay steady, or did you have to lean against something? Balance can decline slowly, and often people don't realize it until a stumble or close call catches them by surprise. Frank, 76, had always been fairly active. But one morning while getting dressed, he noticed standing on one foot to put on his pants felt harder than usual. He brushed it off until he tried to balance intentionally and could barely last a few seconds. That was a wake-up call. He began practicing simple balance exercises daily, like heel raises, leg lifts, and weight shifts. So within weeks, he saw huge improvement, not just in his balance, but in his confidence while moving around. Balance is one of the strongest predictors of fall risk, and as you probably know, falls are a leading cause of serious injury and hospitalization in older adults. The better your balance, the more likely you are to stay mobile, independent, and safe. Want to check your balance? Stand near a counter or sturdy surface. Lift one foot off the ground and try to hold it for 10 seconds. If you can do it easily, that's a fantastic sign. If not, don't worry, balance can be rebuilt just like strength. Daily practice can make all the difference and help you stay strong, steady, and self-sufficient for years to come. Sign 4. You can get down on the floor and back up without help. One of the strongest indicators of healthy aging isn't just strength or stamina, it's mobility. If you can still get down on the floor and back up without needing assistance, you're ahead of the game and ahead of many people your age. This skill reflects flexibility, muscle strength, coordination, and total body movement, all of which are key to maintaining independence as you get older. A lot of older adults stop getting on the floor entirely, simply because they're afraid they won't be able to get back up. But once you stop doing certain movements, your body starts forgetting how to perform them. Being able to lower yourself to the ground and push yourself back up again shows that your legs, core, and upper body are still working together, and that becomes rarer as the years go on. Think about the last time you dropped something. Did you hesitate to bend down? Did it feel natural to kneel or sit on the ground, or was it uncomfortable? These small moments often reveal more about your mobility than you realize. Joseph, 78, didn't think much about getting on the floor until his grandson asked him to sit down and play a board game. Hesitated, not because he didn't want to play, but because he wasn't sure he could get back up comfortably. That's when he decided to work on his mobility. He began practicing slow, controlled movements like squats, kneeling, and getting up without relying on furniture. Over time, he got back the confidence to move freely again, and more importantly, the ability to do so. Being able to get up from the floor without help is one of the most reliable predictors of longevity. Why? Because if you struggle with this motion, it can signal loss of strength, flexibility, and balance, all signs of declining health. But those who maintain this ability usually remain active, independent, and resilient. Want to test yourself? Stand near a chair or stable surface for safety. Lower yourself to the ground, then try getting back up without grabbing onto anything. If you can do it, that's a great sign that your muscles and joints are still working well. If it's difficult, don't worry. Mobility can be improved at any age. Daily stretching, strength exercises, and controlled movements that mimic getting up from a low position can help you rebuild this skill. Being able to move like this isn't just convenient, it keeps you independent. If you ever need to grab something off the floor, tie your shoes, or catch yourself during a stumble, having the ability to recover makes all the difference. So the next time you avoid getting on the floor, ask yourself, is it because I'm not sure I can get back up? If you can still do this easily, it's a powerful sign your body is aging well and that you're on the right path to a long, healthy life. If you're still watching and this resonates with you, let me know by typing I recognize sign 4 in the comments below. Sign 5. You can carry a full grocery bag without struggling. Strength isn't just about lifting weights at the gym. It's about handling everyday tasks without trouble. If you can still carry a full grocery bag without struggling, you're doing better than most your age, and your body's holding up well. Lifting and carrying everyday items is a real-world sign of strength, endurance, and functional fitness, and all three are important for a long, healthy life. People often don't realize how much grip strength and upper body endurance matter until they start to fade. Carrying groceries, opening jars, lifting a suitcase, these all require more than just arm strength. You also need your shoulders, back, and core. In fact, studies have shown that grip strength is one of the best predictors of longevity. Those with stronger grips tend to live longer and stay healthier. Those who struggle with lifting basic objects are often more likely to experience declines in mobility and overall health. Think about the last time you carried groceries inside. Did you lift the bags without thinking? Or did you need to pause or shift your weight to avoid straining yourself? Have you found yourself asking for help with tasks that used to be easy? Small shifts usually sneak up on us, but they tell you a lot. Richard, 75, prided himself on being independent, but after one grocery trip, he noticed he had trouble carrying the bags up his front steps. It wasn't that the bags were heavier, he had just lost a little strength. So, he started doing light strength exercises focused on his arms, shoulders, and grip. A few months later, he was carrying groceries with ease again, and daily tasks felt lighter too. And bonus, his energy improved across the board. The good news is, you don't need to lift heavy weights to build strength. Even squeezing a stress ball, using light hand weights, or doing push-ups against the kitchen counter can help. What matters most is consistency. Just a few minutes a day of strength-focused movement can help you maintain muscle and avoid decline. Carrying groceries, lifting objects, holding things confidently, these are all about more than convenience. They're about independence. Strong muscles mean less fatigue, fewer injuries, and the ability to take care of yourself without hesitation. So next time you pick up a grocery bag, notice how it feels. If it's easy, take that as a strong sign your body's aging well and you're on track for a long, active life. Sign 6. You can climb a flight of stairs without stopping. Stairs might seem simple, but they're one of the most revealing tests of your physical endurance, heart health, and lower body strength. If you can still climb a full flight of stairs without needing to stop and catch your breath, you're doing better than most your age, and that's a strong indicator of longevity. Climbing stairs takes balance, muscle power, and cardiovascular stamina. Your legs push you upward, your heart and lungs deliver oxygen, and your coordination keeps you steady with every step. If any of these systems start to decline, stairs become harder and fast. Think back to the last time you climbed a flight of stairs. Did you feel strong and steady, or did you stop halfway feeling winded? A lot of people don't realize their stamina is slipping until they start avoiding stairs, choosing elevators instead, or going out of their way to avoid climbs. But the more you avoid stairs, the more strength and endurance you lose. George, 73, used to take stairs without thinking twice, but slowly he began choosing the elevator more, skipping certain buildings, or simply walking slower. It didn't hit him until one day he had to climb a short flight at a friend's house and felt completely out of breath at the top. That was his turning point. He started taking stairs wherever he could, slowly at first, then building up. Within weeks, he noticed a difference. Stronger legs, easier breathing, and stairs no longer felt like a challenge. The ability to climb stairs is directly tied to your cardiovascular health. Doctors even use stair climbing as a quick check of heart function. Want to test yourself? Find a staircase with at least 10 steps, walk up at a steady pace, and see how you feel at the top. If you make it without stopping or gasping for air, that's a great sign. If you struggle, no problem. You can build endurance with more stair climbing, brisk walking, and simple leg exercises. Being able to climb stairs isn't just about strength, it's about independence. If you can still do it confidently, it means your heart is strong, your muscles are engaged, and your energy is where it should be. That's a powerful sign you're on the path to a long, healthy life. If you're still with me and found this helpful, let me know by typing I recognize sign 6 in the comments below. Sign 7, you can clearly remember recent conversations and events. Physical health is a key part of longevity, but mental clarity is just as important. If you can remember recent conversations, recall names easily, and stay mentally sharp in daily life, that's one of the strongest signs of a long, fulfilling life. Memory and brain function don't just reflect intelligence, they reveal the overall health of your brain, blood flow, and nervous system. Sure, some forgetfulness is normal with age, like misplacing your keys or forgetting a word, but there's a big difference between that and noticeable memory loss. If you're still able to carry on meaningful conversations, remember things from earlier in the week, and stay on top of daily tasks, you're doing better than most. Take a moment to think. Can you easily remember what you ate yesterday for breakfast? Can you recall details from a conversation you had this week? Can you learn new things, solve problems, and stay focused? These small mental tasks say a lot about your cognitive health. Owl79 noticed that while many of his peers were starting to struggle with memory, he still felt sharp. He could remember conversations from weeks ago, do crossword puzzles with ease, and even adapt to new technology. What he didn't realize was that his everyday habits, reading, staying socially engaged, and challenging his brain were keeping him sharp. The brain is like a muscle. It needs exercise to stay strong. People who read daily, play strategy games, learn new things, and stay socially active tend to keep their cognitive abilities much longer. Social connection also plays a huge role. Isolation can speed up mental decline, but regular interaction with family, friends, or community groups keeps the mind sharp. Want to test yourself? Try recalling what you ate for dinner 2 nights ago, or memorize a short list of words and repeat them back 5 minutes later. If that feels easy, great. Your cognitive health is on point. If not, don't worry. You can improve your brain function with new reading, learning new skills, having regular conversations, even taking daily walks. Mental clarity isn't just convenient, it affects your quality of life. Your brain stays sharp, you can make decisions, engage deeply in life, and continue enjoying each day to the fullest. So if you're still mentally alert and remembering things clearly, that's one of the strongest indicators that you're aging well. Final thoughts before we wrap up. Take a moment to think how many of these 8 signs apply to you. If you recognize several of them, you're likely doing much better than you realize. Keeping strength, balance, endurance, mental sharpness, and good sleep well into your 60S and 70S isn't just a sign of good health, it means you're on the path to a longer, more independent life. Many people assume aging means inevitable decline, but that's not the full story. Your body and mind can stay strong for many years, and these signs prove it. If you're still doing these things, it means your vessels are working efficiently. Heart is pumping strong, brain is staying sharp, and your energy is supporting daily life. In other words, you're not just aging, you're thriving. And even if you noticed a few areas where you need improvement, it's never too late. Strength can be rebuilt, endurance can be improved, balance and memory can be sharpened. Small, consistent actions make all the difference, and your body can adapt at any age. The key: stay active, stay connected, keep challenging yourself. So, how many of these signs do you recognize in yourself? Which one stood out the most?